On November 17th, my family's life changed forever. My youngest son was diagnosed with acute lymphoblastic lymphoma. That next day, after lumbar puncture and bone marrow biopsy, it was then changed from lymphoma to leukemia. It has turned our whole life upside down. The remission statistics are definitely a positive, but it will be a very long, hard battle. He's such a strong boy, and his brother is his best friend. I wish this was the only hard thing we had to deal with, but unfortunately, it is not. I am not asking for any money or anything like that, just maybe recommendations to possible places that could help in certain areas. My son was admitted to Cook Children's right away. He was there almost 2 weeks, many procedures, and started chemo while there as well. My job was very understanding. I luckily had 10 PTO days to use. I was due to go back to work this week when the doctor I worked for called me and said he knows I've been out the last couple of weeks and thinks it's time we part ways. My manager did not even know he was going to do it because it was wrong on so many levels. I have never been reprimanded at work, never once called in sick, always did more than expected of me. However, I made substantially more than the other workers there and was only full-time administrative worker. However, he only cares about the money aspect of it all. And now he doesn't have to pay my Christmas bonus, which saves him a few $100s. Shaking my head. I do need to be home with my son, however I did need at least part-time. I know there is places I can look online, but not as an excuse, but right now even taking a shower is hard to make myself do. Then my mother and I have been waiting to move since March. We have had more than half the apt packed up since then as well. After pipes busted in February, there was damage to the ceiling and window and mold. I have numerous emails with pictures back and forth with management and corporate. We have had 3 different managers in 7 months. When I gave them my son's diagnosis letter to make them actually clean mold we have been begging them to do since March, her response was, Matthew isn't one the lease. Now even for the fact that it was 100% administrative error on their behalf, that he was not transferred over from first lease, but it was so heartless, especially BC. It's not healthy for anyone to be in. Mold in my has had heart attack and has permanent heart issues. I would of course happily leave almost anywhere, but BC of stupid things I have done in my past. I can't just get apt. We do have good rental history and good credit and income to get a place, just eviction. And I have spent hours looking for and calling and emailing trying to find somewhere we can move to. They did come clean the apt finally, but it's still small, and I was taught how to give my son our IV medication he has to take daily, and watching him try to navigate with his 4-pole is so much harder. I know I should be happy for the positives, and I really am. I just would like to get them somewhere more spacious and just nicer. Also, if anyone knows an affordable lawyer, I just had a few questions. I know I rambled a bit, but I'm just out of options from the resources I do have and thought I would just ask anyone for any ideas or recommendations. I also did not proofread again. It might seem lazy, but doing just this is very hard to do. I don't want anyone to think I'm looking for pity or handouts, because that's not at all what this post is about. We just hope maybe someone will be able to help. Thank you in advance.